Have you got a circular saw like this or like this? And do you struggle to cut a straight line every time? Well, like me, most people do. And the only way to get around that is to have some sort of guide. Now, this particular saw has even got a laser guide on it. And with that, I still cannot get a straight cut. So today on Fix It with Fowler, I'm going to show you how to make a simple track saw jig out of some scrap pit supply that means that you can get a straight cut every single time when using your circular saw. So to make your track saw, what you're going to need is some offcuts of wood. Now I've got some 12mm ply, which is quite strong. You could use MDF. I wouldn't go any thinner than 12mm though, because you want something that's quite substantial and strong and is not going to flex when you come to actually using your saw. To get this piece of wood, the first guide, absolutely spot on in size, what we need to do is get your saw, turn it over and get a measurement from this back edge to the leading edge of the motor. So if you take that measurement, that is 8 centimeters or 80mm. And then what we need to allow for is the actual clamp. Now these clamps will sit on the side of the guide and they'll clamp it to the workpiece that we're going to use. So if we measure that foot, that is about 40mm, so 4 centimeters. So add both of them together, 120mm or 12 centimeters, and we're going to cut that out of this piece of wood. One thing to note though, I've got access to a table saw, which makes this really easy. If you've not, you can get this cut down at your local DIY store, or you can use your circular saw. So this is the start of the actual guide itself, and that will be fixed directly to this piece of wood. Now here's a top tip: if you have these cut at the local hardware store, make sure you use the engineered side, the side that they've cut, which is going to be the rail for your saw. If you've cut it yourself and it's a bit out of line, every single cut you do that runs along here will also be out of line. So it's pretty important that that edge there is either the manufacturer's edge or an edge that is cut on a machine. So once you're happy with that, the next thing you're going to do is fix these two together. Now I've just come in from each end about 3 centimeters, 30mm, a mark halfway and then halfway in between them, so a total of 5 marks. Now if you've not got one of these speed squares, I strongly recommend you get one. Makes jobs like this so easy. You can just slide it on, mark across, and that's as easy as it is. Now you've got the timber already marked, we're now going to pilot these through and countersink them. That way when we put the screws through and the glue, it's going to pull it all nice and tight and we're not going to leave any rough surfaces sticking out. To glue this and screw this together, it's really easy. If you line this wood up so it's roughly about right, draw a line down it. You can then remove that piece of wood out of the way and apply your glue to this area. Make sure you stay away from this leading edge because you don't want any glue to seep out. However, if you do, then what you need is a damp cloth and you can give it a wipe after and it'll come straight off. So once you've applied the glue, you can then get your piece of wood, line it up the best you can, and then the best thing to do now is actually to apply some clamps, clamp this together and then put some screws in. That way it'll hold it all nice and tight and won't move. Now that that's screwed and glued together and it's gone off, you've now got two options. You could set the circular saw, push it against the edge of this. You could run it from that edge all the way down, cut the excess off, and that is a real basic guide for your saw. However, the problem with that is when you're cutting, unless you're pulling hard up against this piece, then there's still a chance for the saw to wunder and you not get that perfectly straight cut that we're looking for. So to prevent that, what we're going to do, we're going to put another strip of wood along this side, That's going to run all the way from one end to the other, and then we're going to put 2 little stops at each end. That way this saw will then sit in a cradle, and it will ensure that it's a perfectly straight cut every single time. So the next thing we need to do is put the saw flat against this piece of wood. Get yourself an adjustable set square, or a tape measure you could use. Put your set square up against the edge, put it up to the blade, and now we can see that's just over 50 millimeters or 5 centimeters. Now, I want a little bit of play in there, but not too much, because we want it actually quite tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip of timber at 50 mil, going to secure that up to this blade, up to the edge of the saw, and then any excess we can trim off at the end on the table saw. Now we've got this piece of timber cut. That is going to be glued and screwed to this side of the track. That will create a cradle for the saw to fit in. And the trick to this really is that this piece of wood wants to come up to the side of the saw, but it doesn't want to be pressing too tight, because what we've got to do is we've got to be able to run this saw along this cradle without it jamming. So we're going to apply glue like we did before. We're going to put some clamps on. We're going to start from one end. Going to set the saw up, put that up to it, clamp it, put a screw in, slide it along, do the same thing at that point, and work my way along doing the same thing. Ensure that the saw runs up and down nice and freely, and then we can just apply 2 stops and 1 at each end. Once you've got your clamps into place and the wood is where you want it, one final check before you actually screw that together is to put your saw into the track and run it down and make sure that there's no excessive movement, and then it will glide up and down this cradle really easily and smoothly. If you need to adjust it, loosen off a clamp, push it out or pull it towards, clamp it back up. Now this glue is quite quick setting, so that will already be taking hold. I'm just going to put some fixings in, and then we can just put a stop at the start and finish. Have you subscribed to my channel? Well, if not, why not? It does not cost a thing. You're missing out on loads of great content. If I'm not making things like this, I'm fixing shed roofs, I'm mending doors, windows, doing plumbing or electrics. You name it, I've got it on my channel. So head over, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to leave this video a comment and a thumbs up, and that will help it reach loads of other people. Now you can see we've made the actual track saw guide itself. There's a few final things we've got to do. One of them is to cut through it to allow the saw blade to cut the material we're wanting to cut. But another thing we need to do, we need to know how we're going to line this up on the material we're going to cut. And that really is straightforward. What we're going to do is put this into the track saw guide, like so. I'm going to just start this at this far end. Now, you can see that this blade is just missing this piece of wood. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to release the mechanism and just allow the blade to sit on top of this ply. I'm going to run it down this ply, and that will put a little groove in, and that's our line. On that line then we can use a hole saw, cut some holes through, and that will allow us to see through where we're going to cut the material underneath. To see through this, we're going to use a 32mm hole saw at the start and end of the cut, and one in the middle. That will allow us to see through to the material underneath, and the reason I'm using a hole saw is so that it will give us a clean cut through this ply. Now you could use a spade bit, but the problem with that is there's every chance it's going to splinter the wood, and I don't really want that. So we're going to go one in the middle. Again, using the speed square is really straightforward. You can then just make a mark. And then if we come to the end here, now this is where the blade actually starts to cut the material. And what we don't really want a hole right there. So what I'm going to do is just come away from that slightly. So I'm going to come about 15 centimeters or 150 mil. I've got a mark there. We'll do the same the other end. And now we can get the hole saw and drill these holes. So that's the 3 guide holes cut. And the next thing, to get your circular saw and actually cut all the way through the material. Now you need to cut from one end to the other, and once that's cut, then this track saw guide is ready to be used. So if you get your saw and put back inside, and then if you start the saw, so that's the track saw all finished, and let's just see just how effective it is. Now you can see I've done a rough mark down here, don't worry about that bit, we'll pretend that's perfectly straight. And we'll get the guide. Now again, with these holes we can line them up, so you can line them up and actually look through the hole and get that perfectly in line with the mark beneath. Now once you're happy and that's on the line, you can then move on. You can get your clamps. That might be some big industrial clamps like this, or you might have some smaller clamps like this. And again, just make sure that you've got that on the line, it's all lined up. And once you're happy with that, you can then get your circular saw. Now before I make a bad mistake and cut through my sawhorse, I'm just going to move that further forward. And then we can set this up, put that into the guide, drop the blade down because it is quite a thick piece of material. And then that is the piece cut off. And if you look closely, you can see that there's not much tear out on that material. It's quite a good cut, and considering this is cheap ply, that's pretty good. But let's have a look at the piece that we'd be actually keeping. So if we take these clamps off, remove the guide. Now if you come in and have a close look at this, that is pretty good. So I hope you found this track saw video helpful. Don't forget, I've got loads more content on my channel. Head over there, and I hope there's something that you like, and I'll see you soon.